Dear students, this is ninth Biology, Unit 18, Organization of Tissues, Part 2. Last class, we have seen types of meristems based on positions we have seen, and apical meristem we have seen, intercalary meristem we have seen, lateral meristem we have seen. What are the functions of meristems we have seen? Then what is permanent tissue? Then types of permanent tissue. In that, simple tissues we have seen, and also types of simple tissues are parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Just we are going to see now parenchyma. Parenchyma are simple permanent tissues. Parenchyma are simple permanent tissues composed of living cells. The parenchyma cells are the thin-walled, oval, rounded or polygonal in shape, with well-developed spaces among them. Here, this is what we call as a parenchyma. So this parenchyma only they say this is a thin wall, oval shape, oval, rounded or polygonal shape, with a well-developed space among themselves. Space or the in aquatic plants, the parenchyma possesses intercellular air space. In aquatic plants, the parenchyma possesses intercellular air space and is named as a parenchyma. Can you see this picture? This can be found in aquatic plants. Parenchyma. Okay, and with the parenchyma which presents in the aquatic plants, and they have intercellular space and is named as a parenchyma. When this plant exposed to light, here when the parenchyma exposed to light, the parenchyma cells develop a chloroplasts. Parenchyma cells develop chloroplasts are known as chlorenchyma. Can you all see this picture here? This is what the chlorenchyma structure. So this chlorenchyma, when the parenchyma is exposed to sunlight, during that time they develop a chloroplast. Yeah, that is why it seems to be greenish in color. So the diagram what you are seeing is the one parenchyma, parenchyma and chlorenchyma. And parenchyma may parenchyma may store water in many succulents and xerophytic plants. Parenchyma may store water in many succulent and xerophytic plants. Xerophytic means the plants which grow in dry areas. They store water. It also serves the functions of storage of food reservoirs. It also serves the functions of storage of food reservoirs, absorptions, buoyancy, and secretions. So the next topic is the one collenchyma. The collenchyma is a living tissue. Collenchyma is the one living tissue found beneath the epidermis. Beneath the epidermis means under the epidermis. That is they say here, beneath the epidermis. The cells are elongated with unevenly thickened wall. With unevenly thickened wall will be there in collenchyma. Okay. The next one is the one, the continuations of that collenchyma. The cell have rectangular, oblique or tapering one. Here this is what we call as a collenchyma. This is the structure of collenchyma. Here the cell have rectangular, oblique or tapering ends and persistent protoplast. They possesses thick primary non-lignified walls. They possesses primary non-lignified walls. Okay, and they provide mechanical support for growing organs. Here, there is a word called lignified. Lignified means that become as a woody or rigid, we can say. A non-lignified, they not become as a woody structures. They provide mechanical support for growing organisms. So this called chlorenchyma. They provide mechanical supports when the plant is disturbed by external stimuli or natural calamities of air cyclones. During that time, this chlorenchyma they give support. They give support for growing this organism, this tissues. And next topic is the one sclerenchyma. Next one is the one sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma consists of thick-walled cells. What they consist? They consist of thick-walled cells. They are very often lignified. They lignify. Lignify means they become as a woody structures. The sclerenchyma cells are dead and do not possess living protoplasm at maturity. So they are dead, but they don't have living protoplasm when they are undergoing for maturity. The sclerenchyma cells are grouped into fibers and sclerites. The sclerenchyma grouped into fibers and sclerites. I'll show you this picture. Yeah, this is the structure of fibers and sclerites of sclerenchyma. The structures, we'll see the explanations now. What is the structure of fibers? So fibers are elongated sclerenchymatous cells. So it is elongation. So just now we are seeing the picture of that fibrous. It's elongated sclerenchymatous cells, usually with pointed ends. Usually with pointed ends. Their walls are lignified. Their walls are lignified. Lignified means woody structures. That's why I told you. The fibers are abundantly found in many plants. So these fibers are found more in many plants. Abundant means more. Found in many plants. The average length of fibers is 1 to 3 millimeter. The average length, they'll ask you underline. They'll ask you one word, just underline this one. However, in plants like Linium sitatissimum, Linium sitatissimum, that's a flax, and Cannabis sativa, that's a hemp, and Corchorus and Capsularis jute. So these are the fibers. These are the fibers are extensively longer. These are the fibers extensively very longer one, ranging from 20 millimeter to 500 millimeter. That is the structure of that fibers. And sclerites, next structure of the sclerenchyma is the one. Next parts of the sclerenchyma is the one. Sclerites. These are widely distributed in plant body. These are widely distributed in plant body. They are usually broad, may occur in single or in groups. So they are distributed throughout the plant body. They usually broad or may occur single or groups. Sclerites are isodiametric. Sclerites are isodiametric. Diameter will be somewhat same size. That is what they say is isodiametric with the lignified walls. The pits are prominent, which means specific, are seen along the cell wall. Seen along the cell wall. Here, human is filled with wall materials. Human filled with wall materials. Sclerites are also common in fruits and seeds. Here, this is the structure of sclerenchyma fibrous sclerites. That's a narrow lumen, lignified thick wall. So this is the one. Next topic is the one complex tissue. Next topic is the one Complex tissues. The complex tissues are made up of more than one type of cells. These tissues made up of more than one type of cells that work together as a unit. They work together as a unit. The complex tissues consist of parenchyma and sclerenchyma. So just underline this two words. The complex tissues consist of parenchyma as well as sclerenchyma cells. However, the collenchymatous cells are not present in such tissues. Common examples are xylem and phloem. The collenchymatous cells are not present in the tissues. The common examples of xylem and phloem. We'll see what is xylem. The structure of the xylem. We'll see the longitudinal section of xylem. Okay, here both sections are given here. This is a longitudinal section and this is transverse sections. The first one, this one is the one longitudinal sections of xylem, and B is the one transverse section of xylem. So both sections they are just displayed here. We'll see the structure of xylem. What are the functions of it? We'll see now. Xylem is a conducting tissue which conduct water, mineral nutrients upwards from root to leaves. So they conduct tissue. This is a conducting tissue. We say they conduct water, minerals from root to leaves. Xylem gives mechanical support to the plant body. So the xylem gives mechanical support to the plant body. Xylem is composed of xylem tracheids, xylem fibrous, xylem vessels, and xylem parenchyma. So these are the parts which presents in the xylem. Here just we'll see the parts which presents here. Pitted vessels, scalariforms of reticulate, scalariform here, reticulate here longitudinal sections. And elements, scalariforms, elements of spiral, elements of parenchyma cells, the spiral elements, annular elements, parenchyma cells. So these are the parts of presence in the both sections, longitudinal as well as the transverse sections. We'll see xylem tracheids. These are elongated or tube-like dead cells. So xylem tracheids structure is the one elongated one or tube-like dead cells with a hard, thick, and here lignified walls. The ends are tapering. Blend or chisel-like and divide of protoplast. They have large lumen without any content. Their function is conductions of water and providing mechanical support to the plant. The function is providing of water, conductions of water and providing of mechanical support to the plant. The xylem fibrous, xylem vessels, xylem parenchyma. So these are the next topics we are going to see. Here just learn this topics what you have seen. So learn xylem. What is xylem? Learn what are the parts are composed of xylems. What are the parts? Learn what is collenchyma. Learn this three diagram. Practice this three diagram and learn the types of meristems. So whatever we have discussed today, just learn. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Okay, bye. Take care.